CJ Sanders from Granada Hills, California. I attend Notre Dame High School, and I chose University of Notre Dame because of the rich tradition and the people there. I am a Sherman Oaks soldier.
CJ's a great fit for us off the field just because of his background. CJ was a childhood actor, and so he's been around and been around a lot of things in his life. And when he comes up to the University of Notre Dame and he saw campus for the first time and came up with his mom, he really knew that this was the place for him. He's seen a lot of places. He's been in a lot of different settings, both collegiately, but just in his life, being from the background he's been. But to come to Notre Dame and see the things that he knows that Notre Dame is going to be able to do for him for the rest of his life, he knew that this was the place for him right away.
CJ, one of the things he wanted to check out when he took his visit to Notre Dame was the TV studio, and he wants to, major in communications. He absolutely loved the academics at Notre Dame, and he's a slot receiver. They need slot receivers. In a spread offense, your slot receivers are as important, even sometimes more important than your outside guys. You need those guys to be able to be brave enough to go over the middle, but also make people miss after the catch, and that's what he can do.
CJ Sanders is one of my favorite kids in the class of 2015. He's just an outstanding person. You talk to every coach, every assistant coach, head coach, teammate he's ever played with. They just talk about him and rave about him as the ideal teammate. Really athletic kid, not the tallest kid in the world, but man, he understands how to get open, has outstanding top end speed, really is a great pass catcher as well. More of a slot guy, guy you'll get bubble screens to and maybe do some jet sweep type of stuff with him. But he also is a really good route runner.
And he's got the 10.5 to 10.600 meter speed to do it. And this is what they need in a receiver. They need a guy who can keep the defense honest and stretch the defense. These big receivers they brought in are all outstanding players. They just don't have the kind of speed that would scare a defense. Sanders has that. He's not yet a developed wide receiver, but I think once he does, I think he can become a scary prospect for Notre Dame's offense.
He had over 20 touchdowns his senior year, multiple touchdowns returning the ball, both kickoffs and punts, and then obviously multiple touchdowns receiving the ball, and then also multiple touchdowns coming out of the backfield. They used him in Wildcat at Notre Dame High School in California, and then they also used him at running back a little bit. So his just getting the ball in his hands and then him doing something. So usually, a guy may have the same opportunity as CJ and have like a 20-yard run. He takes a 20-yard run and breaks it 80 and goes for a touchdown.